Howdy, howdy, folks. Shape from Lone Star State, the one and only Texas Fire here, welcoming you to the king of the retro video games, Casey Israel Gaming and Wrestling YouTube channel. You know, there's three things I know about Casey Israel. The dude's got every video game ever made. He's got them all. Belt collector. The dude's got a wall full. And three, apparently this one's very troubling, and I hope it ain't true, but I heard that he sticks video games up his butt. God, Casey, I hope that ain't real, but either way, enjoy the review.
Friday night is Raw. That's right, episode 155. And the champ is here. You won't want to miss it. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What up, guys? My name's Casey Raw. And I have AJ Raiders on the call today. Welcome to the return of Friday is Raw. What's up, AJ?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing all right. Before we move on to our main topic, how's things with you lately?
Same old, just working, busting my ass off, shit like that. We got a whole bunch of fun stuff to talk about tonight. We're doing the NFL draft. We got Ric Flair controversy shit that's going on, something I have no clue about. Casey can help me out with this. And we'll probably have callers.
Yep. So, actually, I found out about a topic. Apparently, today was WWE's deciding to cut a bunch of wrestlers from their roster. So, it's their WWE. You know, WCW, Mark.
Oh, yeah, a company that's been dead for 25 years. We didn't even talk about that when it happened.
So, right here, we got the list of the people who's axed today. So, they released a full faction today. The Wyatt Six is gone. The whole group.
Damn.
They all got fired today. Nikki Cross, who I think this is, I think this ain't her. I think this might have been her first time she got fired. Joe Gacy, I'm shocked they're getting rid of her. No, getting rid of her. Like he's a woman. No, getting rid of him. He's part of the Wyatt Six. Uncle Howdy. I mean, obviously the brother and leader of the Wyatt Six. And here's another one I was kind of shocked is Dexter Loomis getting fired. Eric Rowan, if they were going to get rid of everyone, I mean, it's just a matter of time. He was going to go with them. So that's all of the Wyatt Six. They're all gone. So, and then you have Zoe Stark, who just hadn't done that well. Alba Fire, Andre Chase. No, excuse me, Andre Chase. And one person right here is Dante Chen, the first Singaporean born WWE superstar got released. So, yeah, sadly, like it says right here, the entire God, I can't talk today. I think I might have a stroke. But the entire Wyatt Six faction was released, signaling a major creative shift. Multiple sources confirmed all of them were released. So this is the normal annual post roster trimming, and it makes sense because I mean there was a bunch of people who got moved up to the main roster from NXT, and the Wyatt Sick really wasn't doing well. So I mean they had to start and stop go, and they just couldn't click. So they they went from Monday to Fridays, and just didn't work well for them. Let's say we got BR Mets in the chat saying, "Hey, what's up, dude?"
What's up, man?
So so this is what's currently going on right now. Like they're doing the cuts right now. So the reason I kind of reached out to AJ, we've been talking about maybe returning to Friday nights because one, everyone's been doing the Saturday shows, and I kind of want to return to the Friday shows because I don't know. I mean, usually I can't get someone on here with me full time anymore, and so I mean AJ's more available on Friday night. So I was like, maybe we'll think about moving Saturday is Raw to back to the original night. Friday is Raw, because the only thing that's gonna suck is that I'm like I might have to do some Saturdays because if I come home from work, I'm exhausted. So that's the major reason I moved Friday to Saturday. But since if AJ's more available, it'd be nice to have probably go back to Fridays.
Yeah, I mean Fridays are always a good one for me. Saturdays are the worst.
Mm. So let's bring up the other thing. So the biggest thing recently is that uh, we have Ric Flair went on to, I believe it's the MMA Hour, or actually it's on the Ariel Awandi show. So Ric Flair calls in on an interview, and it even says right here, look at this. Ric Flair goes off on WrestleMania diss, relationship with WWE and Triple H, and praises Tony Khan. So
I find that funny because you're wearing one that you got some shit on your shirt.
that's some shit on my shirt.
You know you're frozen right now, right?
Am I frozen?
Okay,
Doesn't
now
look
you're
like.
not. You were.
Was I?
Yeah.
I I might have to restart the router because
Oh no, you're good
lately
now, man.
but um let's check out the some of the comments down here first. Flair's just calling out James Romano. Then
Romero.
Romero. Then Ric Flair sets the bar. I mean, he sat at the bar.
That's true.
Oh, right here, Ric Flair is the perfect example of the old line, never meet your heroes. Sadly, that is 100% true in this case because, I mean, like I told AJ, is like, sadly, Ric Flair's like what Two Face said in The Dark Knight,
Yeah.
that um, you can die as a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And honestly, that's what Ric Flair has become. And this is the one right here that Stevie Richards and his the host of it responding to it, and it's funny, especially from Stevie Richards in. But oh, and here someone timestamped it where he starts ranting about Stevie Richards, Dutch Mantel, James Romano. How do you pronounce that?
Romero.
Romero.
Yeah.
So you know what? I think that it's a good spot.
Richards and
I think that's a good spot to start. So sounds like it. Want to do that? Oh, hold on. We got Death Candy Brad saying, or live long enough to. Oh God.
See, this Ric
But
Flair, I have no fucking clue who he is. When I met Ric Flair in like
mm,
'97 at a WCW show, he
yeah,
was nice as could be. Now this one, I don't know about. I think, like we talked about earlier, I think he's senile and he's just batshit crazy now.
yeah. So let's go right here. Let's see what it says.
How's your relationship with Triple H these days?
Well, it's good. I mean, we exchange pleasantries, but here's the deal with Triple H. He did so much for me. He did so much for me after Bischoff destroyed me. And when he brought me into the company, which he did, I think more than Vince did, we did Revolution, restored my confidence, because Bischoff had completely.
Hold on. Did he just say revolution?
He did. He said revolution. He meant evolution, but he meant
Yeah.
revolution. And he's saying that Bischoff destroyed his fucking everything, dude. You started in fucking JCP and WCW and the NWA. What are you talking about? If it wasn't for Turner and fucking Bischoff, your career would have went down the shitter. Because I guarantee you, WWE would have never did as much as WCW did for Ric Flair in his career. He made his name in WCW.
Well, yeah, and like I would say Jim Herd did a lot of problems with him when.
Oh, Jim Herd wanted to turn him into Spartacus.
Yeah, so it was like that's a bad thing right there. But I mean, was Eric Bischoff like controversial? Yeah, he was controversial. Like, but I mean,
controversy creates cash.
Huh?
Controversy creates cash.
Yeah. So I mean, but I mean, he did a lot for Ric Flair. Eric Bischoff did, but like honestly, those two never seen eye to eye, especially in WCW. And then honestly, I mean, Ric Flair attacked Eric Bischoff in the WWE. So, but here's they were pretty much more like on better terms now. But I mean, Ric Flair, it's kind of like one of those things where you say this person's this day and how this person would act today, and they're completely different person tomorrow.
Yeah, so I find it more funny too, Casey. He wasn't bitching about Bischoff or WCW when he got those fat guaranteed contracts. I guarantee you, Vince McMahon didn't give him no guaranteed contracts worth millions of dollars.
Well, not at beginning. I'm sure he was getting good enough money, but I mean, when he first came in, it was a verbal contract.
Handshake, which that doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, when it came back in the later WWF in 2001, I mean, that was different. No, I think it's late 2001. I think it was like November or December.
Yeah, it was like literally right after the whole Survivor Series 2001. It was that Monday Night Raw after, which still counts I would still say it's 2002 because you're pretty much at the end of the calendar year.
Yeah. So, but at that time they were given contracts. So,
Well, yeah.
but he was still making good money there. But he was always making good money, even during their Bischoff days. But like,
Oh, yeah.
sadly, back then, like nowadays, you don't know. You know, it's kind of like hard to trust what he's saying. It's like almost like Hogan would, like, you would never could tell if he was telling the truth or he was just working someone.
Oh, yeah.
But like,
Like, for example, Casey, you can't trust any of these fucking wrestlers. They're all full of shit. They're the biggest lying con artists you'll ever fucking meet, dude. You know
mm,
why? Because it's built on a thing that it's not real fighting. It's fake. It's a carny scam,
mm,
and it's a business. And you're a mark. Honestly, come on, look at you right now. You're wearing a AEW shirt. They
true.
conned you into fucking buying a T-shirt for a
That's right.
fake wrestling company that doesn't really actual hurt somebody. It's not a real contact sport, even though you get injured, but it's predetermined.
Yeah, but let's go ahead and continue.
All right.
Lee killed me. So I can't get mad at him. Our relationship not the same. But he has a lot on his plate. It's running the WWE and being in charge of this and that and constantly being scrutinized. I mean, if I look at my page, I get nothing. I get punks like fucking
Oh,
Stevie, what's his name?
yep, here it is. Punks like Stevie, what's his name?
Stevie Richards and Zeb Coulter, whatever his name is, or what's the guy's name?
Yes, with the big beard. He was with Jack Swagger.
Yeah.
The name is
Hero.
escaping me, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
For a guy that has suffered serious health problems, not as serious as mine, I would keep my mouth shut. Because if you don't have a legacy, you can't talk about a legacy. And he and Stevie Richards and that little jack off, what's the kid's name that does the interviews for him?
Casey is wrong.
I call him the peanut shell.
For some reason, he calls,
He just called you a
That-
peanut shell.
but he was calling the host, the interviewer, the peanut shell. I mean, I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean, anyways. Like,
I don't
I
either.
just think, but like, he's like Stevie, what's his name, and then he eventually says Stevie Richards, and then he doesn't even know Dutch Mantel's real name, or saying Zeb Coulter, but he's well known for being Dirty Dutch Mantel.
Mhm.
So,
See, okay, I can. Let me ask you this, Casey. Where does this stem from? From like Ric Flair putting Stevie Richards of all names in Ric Flair's mouth? Like Stevie Richards, no offense, he was a mid card wrestler at best, if not a fucking jobber. I mean, yeah, was he in some cool stables like the BWO and let's see here, Ravens Flock? Yeah, sure, but it's not like he was a champion. So I can understand where Rick's coming from by saying at least he didn't call him a vanilla midget. It could have been worse.
well, the thing is, I mean, I love how, he would act like he's better than you. Like, he'll talk down to, if you're not making the money he's making, or like got done what he has done, oh, you're beneath me. So it was like but like, I'm really shocked that Ariel will take this interview, or at least put this interview on his channel, because before he started talking shit about those guys,
Hmm.
like he was talking about how, he's pretty much praising Charlotte and laying shitting on WWE because not really utilizing her more often. But like, it's he's trying to just trying to. It's favoritism and it's
Yeah,
nepotism as well.
it's exactly that. Yeah.
But no, I assume why he's all upset is because I'm pretty sure he probably watches those guys' channel and and probably hears about some of the bad news about him, especially when you hear about that cameo where people paid thousands of dollars for a crap interview, not a crap cameo, and pretty much giving bad advice, like telling someone not to marry their fiance and just stay their girlfriend, even though the person they're doing the cameo is a man.
Wow.
So
Oh yeah, you did post some of those before. I remember that. That was a long
yeah.
time ago.
Oh, that it wasn't too long ago. It was recently,
Well,
but
I haven't done a show with you in probably a long time.
mm, but he's been doing like burning a lot of bridges, and like if you're not doing like something for Ric Flair, then you like what he's pretty much like. What have you done for me lately? That's his attitude. He's like,
Yeah.
if they like, if you're not giving him money or praise or whatever, he's gonna talk shit about you. Like he destroyed friendship with like people like with Triple H, Arn Anderson. Um, he actually asked Triple H to return the NWA belt that he gifted to him
The one
because
that's
Triple H,
in the case that he made,
yeah,
the original NWA championship title
the one
from
that
like the 80s.
I think the one that he wore
Yeah, the
that
one from the
had the little,
80s.
yeah, that had the little ruffles around it.
Yeah.
So like he wanted that back because he gifted that to Triple H, and because Triple H is a giant belt collector. But
Real belts, not fake Chinese knockoffs like someone that has behind him.
true, true, nope, good point. But yeah, but he's been burning a lot of bridges. He even one point said that the WWE is the most insensitive company in the world. But like, wouldn't you think WCW would probably be more insensitive? I
Oh, I
mean,
guarantee you, Rick fucking has said so much shit about WCW in the past, like in interviews. Oh, I couldn't wait for this place to fucking close. This piece of shit company, the company that
yeah.
made you who the fuck you were, Rick. I'm sorry to say it, but I guarantee you, if Hogan was still in WWF and he never came to WCW, and you tried to go to WWF, they'd look at you like you're a mid Carter. You weren't on the level as Hulk Hogan or
Well,
Bret Hart or The Undertaker. You're not a
well, he,
WWE guy. You're a WCW guy.
well, he did make that first run in the WWF when he won the WWF title 2 times. But
Yeah, but how long did he stay there for?
I
One,
think,
maybe 2 years?
yeah, give or take, until Vince McMahon decided to do the the new generation era because he wanted to get rid of people like Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, and start pushing down Ric Flair down the card because obviously, I mean, he was in his maybe late 30s, early 40s, so he was already
Well,
look,
yeah, he was in his 50s in the 90s, so
yeah.
yeah.
So like, I mean, he was already looking old even then, like
Hmm.
so. I mean, obviously they didn't look at him as the future. He was the present, but then they're like, we're gonna probably just start slowing down and bring people up like Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. So
What's up, Tex?
oh shit. I didn't see that until that just came up.
Well, he just texted it.
So let's continue watching this. Hopefully I don't get a copyright. If I
You'll be
if I
alright.
do,
As long as there's no music, you'll be okay.
well, I mean, we're talking. It's not like we're watching the video and then just like watch the whole thing and then making our comments later. Like
Yeah.
we're actually stopping and
Yeah, you're
saying
stopping, pausing, talking. Yeah.
oh, we might have some interesting things might happen because we got Devious Dave Rose on the call.
How's it going?
Long
How's it
time
going,
no
Mike?
see. How's it going?
Yeah, I got the invite earlier, but I was eating, and now I'm not eating, and now I'm here. So,
Nice.
how about that?
So, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's Friday. The weekend is here.
Thank
Very
God.
pleased.
So, have you heard what happened with this, Dave?
I did not.
So, so Ric Flair went on a Ariel Awani show, who does MMA shows, but he'll every once in a while he'll take someone from the wrestling community and do an interview. So today, I mean, actually, it was a couple days ago. He did an interview with Ric Flair, and Ric Flair just talked shit about people like Stevie Richards, Dutch Mantel, and the guy who they do interviews with, and and then also he was talking shit about WWE where they were like how they need to utilize Charlotte more often because she needs to be like in the main event at all times. So, but oh, we got another guy coming in. We got MK3 Kratos.
We need Tex here. Tex is in the
Tex
chat.
will be on his way. Tex is at work right now. He'll be on his way.
I'm in my car.
No, not you. We're
I'm
talking
there
about
at
Tex, Kunta Kinte.
Tex
Okay,
needs to be here saying,
Okay,
you know,
okay.
I can't stand this
Okay.
stuff. You know, I'm a fucking
Did y'all-
Texas redneck. You know, I'm fucking Tex.
I'm fucking Tex. So,
What's up, Kratos? How are you, buddy?
Well, WWE wasted everyone's time with like a story among Japanese wrestlers. They just fired Kyrie Sane.
oh shit, they
interesting.
just axed her today too.
Mm-hmm. Kyrie Sane is also
Wow.
let go.
Oh my god! Wow, they're really axing a lot of people today. Like I
The
showed
White
off.
Six are gone.
Yeah.
Motor City Machine Guns.
Whoa,
Aleister Black and Zelina Vega.
They're gone.
Hold on. Let me check that shit
The
out.
Motor City Machine Guns are gone.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Appreciate Tex.
Zoe Stark is gone. I'm like, she was injured though, unless she's in recovery.
No, hold on. No,
Alpha
hold on.
Fires is gone.
Hold on. Let's just rewind here, okay? I am an AEW mark. I accept that, but I also understand wrestling, which is what even WWE marks don't understand. And yet, the Motor City Maniacs, fucking,
Oh my
First
god.
they've been in Alex Shelley.
they were prospected by AEW, but they chose WWE, and now this is what happens. It would have been better if they just chose to go with AEW, but They went. They bet on the wrong company. How about
Hey.
that?
So this is like I said earlier, the entire Wyatt Six got fired, and then
Why is that?
why is that? Well, obviously they didn't do well.
You just did an impression of yourself. Hold on. You did an impression of me doing an impression of yourself. I do like that. Please continue.
So they just added, like he said, Kyrie Sane. That's insane. But says right here, additional names reported by ProWrestling.net. But they said these are unconfirmed. They were saying Aleister Black, Zelina, Alex Shelley.
Zelina Vega, Alistair's wife.
Again, Aleister Black.
Yeah, apparently.
He should have
Like
just
he
stayed
said-
with AEW.
The Most City Machine Guns, Santos Escobar. This one I'm not really shocked is Apollo Crews because he's just been doing main event.
I don't know. He's got potential, but I don't think they've booked him proper.
They've never booked that man properly since that botch with Jericho on the Lions Soul back in 2015. They haven't booked him right for years.
It's because he's a
He
brother.
wasted his time
You
there.
know what I'm saying? He's a brother. That's why they.
Nah.
He's a
He
brother.
tried to do a kip up. He tried to do a kip up during a Lions Soul and almost injured Jericho in the process. That's what
But
I
that's
mean.
what BR Metz said. Aleister Black is gone too. So like, that's just crazy. Like
You know that if he shows up again in AEW, Tony would do that though. I wouldn't. I wouldn't if I was the booker. But Tony loves his action figures, so he might bring them back.
well,
He brought
I mean,
back Andrade. Look, Andrade burnt bridges at WWE, went to AEW,
Yeah.
burnt the bridges there, went to WWE, back to WWE, burnt the bridges there, and then went back to AEW. Like, I mean, it's crazy.
well, you know, AEW would probably be interested with the Motor City Machine Guns.
They were interested with them, but the idiots chose to go with WWE. And now they've got they don't have any marketing or negotiating standpoint. They got to accept whatever they're willing to be offered. They could be put on ROH. Be like, sorry guys, you're not getting on the main show. You're gonna be on ROH.
You know what's the sad part, though? All these people may have been fired to make room for Paige, the former Saraya, and a mid-card at best New Japan wrestler in Evil, but he's got standing because he's Io's ex-fiance. Who gives a flying fuck?
Oh my god!
They don't know how to book the Japanese wrestlers, and it's just I'm correct when I criticize WWE, and people will criticize me, but no, I'm correct, and I've been so for years about how they book this stuff. So you people can continue to watch the garbage, but I won't.
Oh, BR Matt says I am surprised Rusev isn't released again too. I don't know just yet. Like they're
At this
actually
point, I'm not
using him.
surprised. I'm actually surprised as well. At this point, I'm
But-
actually surprised.
No, it shows the cuck in him because he'd rather just make the money and show up and do the clown thing than actually do the wrestling.
But we got Tex on the call right now.
Woo! Is this the line for the Ric Flair fan club? Is that what we're out here to praise the greatest, one of the greatest of all time, the Nature Boy, the 16-time, the kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, by God, Ric Flair? Is that what we're here to do?
I think this is I think this is the line for Space Mountain, but sure.
Oh,
no, actually,
no. I mean, you might want to ride Space Mountain, but I'm not a homosexual, so I mean, you do you. But You know,
See, this is the line that's getting off Space Mountain right now because
all right.
I mean, freaking Flair's just keeps shooting himself.
No,
in the
Ric
foot.
Flair, you shut your whore mouth, Casey Israel. I will not have you disrespect the goddamn Nature Boy. I will come to Oklahoma and beat the faggot out of you. All right, let's just get the one thing straight here, by God. Disrespecting Ric Flair, you ought to have your mouth washed out with soap for that kind of filth coming out of your mouth right now. What the hell?
Nah, not
is
soap,
wrong
hand
with you?
sanitizer. Some
Oh,
really,
my God.
really high profile hand sanitizer. Not
Didn't
soap.
your mama ever swat you in the mouth for cussing and saying bad language? So that's what you deserve right now.
Nah, he needs to know. He needs what my grandmother did to my mother. Cast iron skillet to the head.
Oh no!
I approve of that as well. I approve of that as well. I think we need to contact Ric Flair so he can cut a promo on Casey for disrespecting the Nature Boys. That's what we need to do right now.
Oh, I'm just.
Yeah, I'll be right
curious.
back. I just got through a grocery store real quick. Hold up.
I'm just curious to
Watch
see.
out for the black people
Oh my
stealing
God!
everything.
So look at this. So I'm on WWE roster page right now. So this is the WWE alumni section. So you go down, and
Did you just say
Aleister Black,
WWE aluminum?
aluminum? Yeah, the aluminum. So Aleister Black is, I guess you could say he's fired because he's in the alumni
You're
spot. now.
fired.
Wow. So he and Alex Shelley's there too. So that's, I guess you can say that's confirmed. God dang, they're
Well, you know, none of these wrestlers compared to the only undefeated man in WWE who should be world champion right now, and that's the one and only Danhausen. Everybody knows he should be world champion right now, by God. Just saying.
actually talking about Danhausen. He's cameo finally came back up, and
Now, what's it cost now? About $1,000 because WWE going to get their cut?
no, it's like
you're pushing that.
I think it's $125.
Dude.
There's Joe Gacy, who
Are you
just
sure
got
that
fired.
no? There, Casey? Is that really that's what it is? $155? I mean,
Tell you what, Dave's doing his best audition to replace Jim Carrey with the voices tonight. So bravo, sir. You're putting in the work.
Oh,
I think what's his name? Fucking Tommy NC would fight Casey to get an autograph from Danhausen.
I want a Danhausen autograph. Hell, are you kidding? I'd put that right on the goddamn wall. That'd be great. I've always liked Danhausen. He's cool.
there's Kyrie Sane. So, God, wow, they're putting these up fast.
Yeah, but don't they always fire people right after WrestleMania, though?
Usually,
Not all
actually,
of
there's a whole bunch of people. They're like, yeah, we don't
Yeah.
need you.
Well, see, I'm not
There you go.
shocked. There's Nikki Cross, so she got canned.
Wow.
So how many of these people are going to the AEW, do y'all think, then?
I'm gonna say at least the Motor City Machine Guns.
Oh yeah, those guys are definitely getting scooped up. Oh man,
Yo, yeah. Oh, I think
I can't say that I know them. I'd have to
I,
look
you
them
know
up.
what? That's the thing, though. I don't know them, but that's the thing. Like, come on, this
I
whole
like their name. I mean, you got Machine Gun in your name. You have my attention, but
what I'm talking
you
about
know.
is the fact that the IWC, like the fucking marks and the fucking nerds and shit, are like, yo, these guys are part of the indies and there's amazing and stuff. And like, I don't have the time to watch all that stuff, but when I hear certain people say part of the indies really rocking it and they have the potential to go to, you know, a level where you could see them on TV, I'm paying attention. So like,
Oh shit! I didn't even show any of that. I
No,
thought I
you
had.
didn't.
no, you didn't, Casey.
I thought I had it up. Like, look, here's Uncle Howdy. He's on the WWE alumni right there.
alumni.
looks like I still think he's saying aluminum. He's just misspelling it.
There's a
he's
zine.
saying aluminum like the British. Aluminium.
Casey's adding letters. Nobody knows what the fuck he's doing.
But I'm gonna go back up where I saw the other guys. I swore I had this up. So
Hold on. What was the girl who got molested by Triple H? She
Stephanie McMahon.
She was big.
Stephanie McMahon.
No, well, probably
Shawn Michaels.
There's Aleister Black.
He always
right
looked like
there.
a girl. Oh yeah.
I can't remember.
There's
her name.
Aleister Black. And there's
Who the fuck
Kelly
is
right there.
Aaliyah James? I've never seen her before.
Alberto Del Rio's in jail right now, I think.
Yeah. That almost looks like a mugshot right there. I'm like, it's like, give us your mugshot pose right now.
That's
Like-
the look of a face of a man that's holding a fart in real hard right there. That's what that is.
Let's see.
Bam Bam.
A lot of them are dead though too.
Blue Meanie's not dead. I saw him on YouTube the other day.
Yeah, Big
There's
Show
first-
works. Big Show works with AEW. I don't know how old this thing is.
I saw a video of Big Show the other day walking around. He is not getting around good these days. Age has caught up with that man.
And Christian Cage is working for AEW. Why is he on this WWE shit? What are you doing, Casey?
No, that's the alumni section.
Hang on, wait a minute, Casey. I thought you were a dick rider for Vince McMahon. Why are you wearing an AEW shirt? Does your master know what you're doing?
That's what I told him earlier. He has fucking some shit on his shirt.
Did they did they let you off the leash and you got drafted to the other side? Did Dave finally convert you? Is this what happened here?
I mean, honestly, this is like one of the only other shirts they had when I went to AEW Dynamite. They had this and like one other shirt, and they had two belts that are like outrageously priced.
Oh, it's not like it's not like you to spend an exorbitant amount of money on belts you hang on your wall behind you or anything. You'd never do that, right, Casey? You wouldn't do that, right? Right, Casey?
I wouldn't pay like. See, they were asking $800 for the AEW belt.
Oh,
I like,
You sure wouldn't buy so many belts that you could just shield your house from a fucking nuclear detonation? You know,
the asteroid's coming. It's okay. The winged eagle will stop it, and he just holds it up in the air and it bounces off. You know, that'd be fun.
I'm still trying to figure out how many he can fit around his waist.
oh my
All
god!
of them.
I
At
asked him,
once.
I asked him back in the day how many he can, put around his waist, and he said 0.
No,
I
I
can't-
put one on. I put the.
I
spinner
can't believe
belt
it
on.
that you haven't got like a McDonald's world champion belt made yet. From one of these custom belt guys.
Was it the extension that lets you do that, though, Casey?
No, I didn't have to put the extension on.
Oh, so you ordered it extra large so you could,
Dave, no, he ordered it in
Gotta pay
holy
room
shit
for the
size.
McDonald's.
Is what he did. Good Lord.
I've got a feeling I'm gonna have to change the thumbnail and the topic because I don't think we're.
I
gonna
thought you were
get
talking about Ric
Here's the
Flair.
thing, though. No, hey, let's just be honest, guys. He's on camera right now. Take any random belt off behind you, put it on your waist, and show us. Let's see if it can actually. Can you do that, there, Casey?
How
Do
many can you
you
fit?
accept the challenge? Random belt, put it around your waist, and make sure that it actually. Because I asked Tommy the same thing about his belts. He's like, "Nah, I can't. I can't put them around my waist."
I'm not gonna lie, most of them won't fit on me. There's only a couple that.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh,
When did you stop lying? What the fuck's going on here?
well,
Take
I
him
mean,
down, Dex. Take him down.
Casey's been replaced. The Skynet has got to him, and the Terminator has replaced Casey. We need to act now. The apocalypse is upon us.
Well, I mean,
Son of a bitch.
I think I'm more honest than El Talai, but I mean, I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, they're gonna all fit on me. Like, I
No, Casey, see, the correct answer is you say, no, I'm a classy champion. I carry the belt like Ric Flair did, and you fold it and you hold it in front of you. That's the answer that you give.
Woo!
Right. Yeah, there you go. Dave knows what I'm talking about.
Get out of the woo.
Or you can always go over the shoulder. The shoulder always counts. Just saying,
Oh, but you know what he
do you
wants
do,
me to
Kate?
do. He wants
What do
me
you
to put. He wants.
I
to put
know,
me-
but you got to outsmart your opponents, Casey Israel. I keep trying to teach you here, pal. What the hell?
Well, you guys ganging it up on me, so that's why I can't do it.
Motherfucker.
No.
Okay. I am about to turn heel. I am helping your fat ass, and you want to fucking talk shit, motherfucker?
You guys are wolf packing me. That's for
Wolf
sure.
Oh, you pussy.
With your frozen ass.
Got fucking sand in your vagina. What's wrong with you, asshole?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. No, Casey once again lied. Well, Casey actually did lie because you teased me with talking about Ric Flair. You had the Nature Boy on screen, and then we're talking about who gives a fuck wrestler that got fired and that Albert Del Rio's criminalized. So
Well,
this is bait and switch. So I just want you to know.
well, I was going through this where Flair's talking shit about Stevie Richards and Dutch Mantel on the Ariel Wandy show. So like he just showed up randomly, just started taking shots at people, and he feels like he should have always had the red carpet for him. Pretty much anytime he shows up in the WWE.
You make
So-
me fall
I agree.
asleep. I'm falling asleep here, Casey. You make me fall asleep.
I agree. Whatever Ric Flair wants, he gets, by God. That's the rule.
Well,
Really, Casey?
just what?
Really? Me getting interrupted again? I'm
What?
trying to make
Get
a
him.
point.
Get him. Destroy him.
Hate you guys.
So- Casey. Casey,
yeah.
I'm trying to make your show better because I know you have at least an ounce of skill when it comes to this, and I'm trying to provide it to you, but you just keep preventing it. So I'll just have to be blunt yet again. What do you think of this new? Oh man, now I'm losing not here. Look at me.
Casey's lack of intelligence is rubbing off on Dave right now. It's making him dumb. That's what's happening.
Okay, no, the Neo Geo. Is it the Neo Geo? It's
Neo Geo X Plus.
No, the
Yeah,
AES platform. That's I think it is the Neo Geo AES. That's the one that's coming out. Have you seen
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
And you're what do you mean? Yeah. This is amazing. This is amazing. And you're just like, yeah, like are you gonna get it? I mean,
Unlikely. I mean, I already have the real console. See, the thing is with these new ones that, it's cool that they're going to come with HDMI, but sometimes where they'll come and they're like emulators. So you would have to change, like, it would just take the ROM and put it through there. So there's certain things.
what I read is that's not an emulator though. It's like it's using the chips though. You know?
I don't know about that. I'm pretty
Now,
sure.
is this one of those things that like you buy the system and it looks like the original, but it has a bunch of games built into it? Is what we're talking about?
This one is not gonna be like that. It's gonna. They're coming
So
out.
you have to buy the games individual then.
Yeah, and they're gonna be
Ah.
I believe $100 a pop.
This is an offering a
Rip-off.
one-to-one hardware replication without
Damn.
emulation for $249 US, I guess. It features
Okay.
HDMI output, supports original AES cartridges. And again, who has those AES cartridges, you know? And
Nobody.
launches with a full ecosystem of accessories. The console aims to deliver authentic 2D arcade gameplay, including the high score saving and modern day options.
No.
Well, it's gonna be. See, the thing is, doing that, I feel like that's gonna. People will get into it, and then they're like, "Oh yeah," they'll buy the new games, and then they'll probably go on the eBay and check out the like what other games I get, and they're like, "Oh, these other ones are like down between $500 to thousands of dollars." But the only way you can get around that is like you would get the Neo Geo adapter for the arcade boards, like I have. So that's
Dude, they're clearly thinking of something. If they're gonna allow it to play all games through a port, somebody's gonna be producing these games. So
So you say who owns Neo Geo? Is it Sony, Nintendo? They're their own thing.
I believe it's SNK Playmore.
it is SNK with a Kugelfish 100.
Okay, well, which group of Chinamen is that? I'm gonna need more clarification.
No, not the China, Japan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We took a
I
two. We took
I
a
apologize for
atomic
picking
bomb.
the wrong
We
slanty
took a
eye.
two atomic
Damn,
bomb.
I'm going against
and we
broke down my
blew up
shitty
a
wow.
better than the
You broke down my
China.
shitty wall.
God damn, I got it.
You want some shitty chicken? You want shitty beef?
Oh, what kind of shitty wow?
Oh.
Take all a piece.
Damn you Mongolians. I love that shit.
Whoa. What the fuck? Hold
What'd you
on.
do?
I didn't do anything. Oh, never mind. I went to X and I was like, hold on, do you have to pay for it now? Because I was gonna.
Well, Casey, from what I heard, you've been paying for it for a while, but that's not the new year, so whatever.
But I was trying to fix something because obviously we're gonna have to change it up because originally I really wanted to talk about the whole thing with Ric Flair,
Oh,
but
Casey died.
what do you mean I
Casey
died?
didn't die. He's still right here. What are you talking about?
What, can he not hear me?
I don't know. I hear you.
You sure is so professional, Casey. So professional.
I'm sorry. But I did
I think maybe you should have stuck to Saturdays and you might be better. You reckon?
because I think
I think with an F.
but I like to apologize to the people who came in, and I did change it up where I removed the Ric Flair topic, unless you guys want to talk about it.
Bait and switch. Bait and switch.
I'm still laughing at the F.
But I'm just saying, I apologize because we got derailed. Okay, maybe should be derailed.
No, wait. No. You don't go stealing gimmicks around here. You stick to your own fucking lane, Casey is wrong. What the fuck are you doing here?
But I just
At least
want
had
to
the good
say,
sense to not use nitro.
Drew may not be here doing his old school thing, but that don't mean you just walk in and pick up the corpse and it's yours now, asshole. That's not how that works.
but No, I just want to apologize to people about that. So it's not my intention to bait and switch you or clickbait you. So I do apologize about that.
Casey is Raw is implementing the used car dealer method for tonight's show. Is what he's doing. Oh, hey everybody! Let's talk about Ric Flair. Actually, let's talk about Aleister Black. Blah,
Well,
blah,
hold
blah.
on. First, I brought up where we were talking about all these DVD cuts, but then we were starting to watch the Ric Flair interview.
Hey, I'm
And-
getting waved down. I've got an employee waving at me. I got to go. Dave, in my absence, make sure to chastise Casey for everything he deserves, please, and thank you, sir. You're the only one qualified to do it. So I will leave.
I have a lot
I-
to. Yeah, there's a lot.
I will leave him in my steed. So Casey, you're an asshole. I hope you know that. All right? Do you know that, Casey? I
Yes.
need to know that you know you're an asshole. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it, please.
An asshole.
I'm an asshole.
All right, there we go. Now, keyboard.
Tex, I'm more than an asshole. Okay, I'm the king of assholes. Fuck him. Fuck him.
Yeah. Where's my McDonald's?
Called.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I got an air fryer now, so I can air fry my nuggets again. So
Oh, Jesus Christ.
what?
You know what you need, Casey? You need Bill Gates' gold membership card for McDonald's. That way you can get all your McDonald's for fucking free.
Speaking of McDonald's and you, you sound like you're actually coming through the speaker of a McDonald's drive-through.
Yes. He's working.
No, I'm coming to the speaker of my car. Sorry.
It's identical to a. Actually, it's a little better than McDonald's. You know, they got.
Hold on, we gotta take orders.
And plus,
here
you
now.
speak English. You know, it's not like going actually through a McDonald's drive-through where they don't speak English.
Well,
So-
Hold on one
nowadays,
second.
I think you go through drive-throughs. Don't they have AI like taking your orders now?
I haven't been. in
That's
a long
Taco
time.
Bell.
Hey, you know what? That's better than dealing with the idiots if they
Taco
can
Bell's worse.
do it.
Taco Bell's
Oh.
worse.
Well, you know, actually, I need to go buy Taco Bell. I have a gift card from my birthday.
You
for-
need the McDonald's go. You need Warren Buffett or Bill Gates' gold card for McDonald's.
Ew, Taco Bell.
That way you
though,
get all your freaking food for free.
It's terrible though.
But it's terrible for free, though. But I don't have to pay for it.
Terrible food quality for McDonald's, but it's free. He doesn't care.
Argue against that point that was put forward. So you win,
Dude could order 100 triple cheeseburgers and get it for free with that gold membership card for McDonald's.
But actually, Dave, you were like this today from work. We were having a fish fry today. My boss, yeah, he fried a bunch of, I believe it was catfish. It tastes like
Oh,
it.
you lucky bastard. I could go
Yeah.
for some fucking catfish right now.
And how
And-
was it any good?
Oh, it was. I wanted to bring a whole like box full of it home, but he hid it because I was gonna take a bunch of it. I was gonna take a bunch of it
I was
home,
gonna rate it.
but I was like, oh man, because a lot of times we have food that was made from work. A lot of times we'll have it for a while, so I would snack on it during lunch, and I'll take some home. And I was kind of hoping to do that but they hit it. But it was a good
They
fish.
hit it. They hit it because they're like, "Oh shit, it's the fat one. He's gonna eat all our food."
Well, then
Oh.
with his little piggy nose, he should have been able to sniff it out and find where it was, and he
Yes,
failed.
go
there.
find it.
Well, actually, I'm not the biggest guy at the shop, so like,
No,
Shocking.
There's weigh-ins.
there's bigger piggies.
but It was good.
Casey, by
but-
chance, do you work at the Biggest Loser Studios?
No, but I think we should for sure. What? I'm telling you one thing. God, I still can't believe Alistair Black is already gone.
Alistair Black and his whore wife are gone. Big whoop. At least now we don't have to hear her complain about, oh, my daddy died in the Twin Towers in 9/11. Who gives a fuck? You're there to wrestle, not reminisce about a tragedy.
Oh my God, AJ, you got your rant.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Kuta Kinte. I appreciate that.
It was
Oh
a long week for him. He was just
What?
out.
I was at a funeral on Wednesday. Give me a break.
What?
My godmother's dad had passed away last week. I was at the funeral in support of her.
Well, I can't believe Motor City Machine Guns gone too. You figure they would keep them? I don't know.
What
See,
a waste! What a waste! They bargained against AEW to try to get them against AEW. And then what did they do with them? Nothing.
They treat him like the nickname I gave them, the Motorboat TD Machine Guns.
Yeah, but AEW now, and they're going to be fucking doing great. Like, what about what's his name? Ciampa? What's his name?
Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah, like
Tommaso Ciampa actually wrestled Darby Allin for in an actual good match. They even got praise from JD and his co-host Jesse. Believe it or not.
Yeah,
you expected people to shit all over that match, but I guarantee you'll get at least 5 stars from Meltzer by the weekend.
Oh, I mean, you got the biggest mark down here as the AEW sicko. As
There's
Davey
3 of
said,
them.
bro.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a word in, Casey, but it just doesn't seem to work. So I'll just I'll let you lead the show there, Casey.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're not the one who keeps fucking speaking over me, but please continue.
Well, saying hi to Frederico. What's up, man? But yeah, I'm just shocked that. Oh, actually, I shouldn't be shocked. It is the week after WrestleMania, and yeah, they usually do the cuts, but I think certain people got cut. I'm shocked. I mean, I wasn't shocked about Apollo Crews. He's just been doing nothing. But like the Wyatt Six, they just really hadn't been clicking. And like, but I was really shocked about Motor City Machine Gun and Aleister Black. That's like, God, that's just insane. But you know,
AEW.
yeah,
I can feel it.
and then you can see that WWE just really don't care about tag teams because that was a big tag team to cut.
They haven't cared about tag teams for decades, dude. Decades.
That's true. So I'm like, what sucks is that they have 2 sets of tag team belts and they can't even have a good tag team anymore. But
and again, why are you making 2 sets of tag teams titles? Can't you just make one? Again, because the brand split doesn't mean shit, right? Because these people are back and forth. So it's like, why do you need 2 sets of belts? Just have 1 set of belts, even if your roster is bloated. You know?
yeah, I didn't even realize Division was the World Tag Team Champions until WrestleMania. It's like, oh, when did they gain the tag team belts? But honestly, I wasn't focusing too much on WWE because, I mean, a lot of times I'll watch Raw, it's not good. And then I really don't want to watch SmackDown because I've been hearing it's horrible. So, and yeah, I've been watching more AEW recently. And like, like Kratos said, AEW was really, really good. Especially, I mean, I do like Darby Allin finally won the belt and had that awesome match with Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah.
But eventually he'll probably lose the belt right back to MJF.
Yes, but I'm fine with that too. I don't even care. Like some people said, it was a squash match between MJF and Darby Allin. I'm fine with that. Here's the thing: people have been saying for a while the guy deserves it. Very true. Would this be the way I would have fucking booked it? No, but would I still have given him the title? Would if I was a booker where I was like, okay, I got all this other shit to do, and I at least have to give him the title for the next, I don't know, month and a half before I plan to do this other stuff. Will I do it? Yes. So I would have done the same thing and have honored the guy and give him this title and stuff. So I'm cool as to how it's been going so far.
Well, what people are thinking that, like I said, that he's gonna drop it back to MJF, and then he's gonna drop it to most likely to Will Ospreay when they go to All In
Interesting.
at Wembley. So
okay,
I mean,
we'll have to see.
I mean,
there's a lot of people that have been, again, capable of being involved. So,
I mean, I'm happy for Darby Allin. I thought he deserved to get the belt sooner, but like I don't want to see him lose the belt fast. But we know pretty much what the direction is because obviously you're going to Wembley. You're going to want probably one of your top UK stars to probably win the belt there. I mean, usually you want your top heel against someone like that. So obviously their top heel is MJF. So it's like I would like to see Darby Allin have a longer run, but maybe they should have done it after Will Ospreay had a run. But obviously he was supposed to win it back in All In last year, but because he wanted to climb Mount, was it Everest? So, I mean, that's really ex-nay that title run right there. But I'm actually having more fun watching AEW than WWE. I mean, WrestleMania was pretty good. Hold on. I say it was pretty good. I didn't say it was great. I think it was better than mediocre. But I mean, there was definitely
it was great background music while you made your fucking Tostitos fucking in the oven and stuff. That's what it was good for, right?
I didn't like all the ads. That was one of the biggest.
I saw a breakdown, and apparently, I think it was like 40 to 50 minutes of ads on the AEW stuff, and it was like 3 hours plus of ads on the WWE stuff. So
it was insane. It was like WWE, they're wrestling. Yeah, they had a breakdown like that. The entrance, the ads, and actual wrestling. Because usually during a PLE or a pay-per-view, you would have a backstage skit, interview, or something happen. Now it's just they'll do an ad, then they'll have the please wait screen they'll go for like 2-3 minutes after the ad, and then you'll have the entrance, the match, and then it's rinse and repeat. So that's what happened this year at WrestleMania. So that's the biggest gripe I had a problem for this year. That like a lot of the wrestling matches were less than 10 minutes. It really hurt the product. But I mean, that's why I said it was I enjoyed it, but it wasn't great. It was probably the weakest WrestleMania under Triple H's regime right now. But oh gosh. Well, besides that, I had a kind of really shitty week. I was having car problems all this week. Did I lose you guys?
No.
Okay. Because like no one's saying anything.
I was just letting you AEW marks jerk each other off about AEW. I was like watching the draft over here.
Anything good over there?
Depends on who you like. I mean, it's meh.
I'm wondering about the Cowboys. I mean, for me, yeah, it's the Cowboys, but I'm just not. There's no hope for the Cowboys anymore. Me and Tex are in the same boat. We're kind of like lost our passion for the Cowboys. We're there, but like it's kind of like we're a battered wife. Like, and the Cowboys are the abuser husbands. Like, we've been beaten so much from the Cowboys sucking for the last 30 years. So it's kind of like we welcome the black eye every year.
I mean, yeah. Anyways, let's get back to this Ric Flair situation. We keep like stumbling off of it. It's like,
yeah, we can go back to it. So it would take me a second to go back to it because I delete that page. But actually, let me go to the one with Stevie Richards because that one was actually kind of funny with how Stevie Richards and his co-host responds to it. Because there you go. Give me 2 seconds. I sent this to AJ earlier today, and it was like, hey, you should watch this. So this is Stevie Richards' video on Ric Flair's response to him.
Hello, everybody. James here, the Stevie Richards Show. We thought we would have to do, because we actually had to do a bit of extra recording today, which we don't normally do. And it just so happened to coincide with the fact that Ric Flair, Ric Flair himself, slurs his way through another 55-minute interview. But this was a greatest hits of the absolute most drunken blatherings in the entire world. It was great. But this isn't about me. This is about Stevie Richards, who Ric Flair both named you, Dutch, and he couldn't remember my name. Well, he pretended to not remember any of our names. He knows.
Yes, that was quite random, though not unexpected with the amount of clips we talk about Rick and everything and his adventures, I guess you would call them. And you're going to go deeper into those adventures throughout Ric Flair's life on the James Romero channel, and you're going to do your own reaction video on the mystical or mystifying names that he called you. Yes, he started off this interview on the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani. Really good show. You should check it out. I don't know about this. I didn't know it was 55 minutes, by the way. I just know about this.
Well, usually he does long interviews, so if he doesn't know about that, like, then he doesn't watch them for sure because he'll do long interviews. He did like one with CM Punk that was good. Like he does a lot of long interviews, and then there's that infamous one that Tony Khan went on, and he couldn't respond to any comments because he would bring up about Brawl Out or the CM Punk's scrum from Brawl Out. So, but usually he has these long interviews.
This clip right before I went to bed, which is very early. I don't know. At first, he acted like the old Stevie something or other, and he calls Dutch Zeb Coulter, but then he called us effing punks, or, you know, punks like effing Stevie, what's his name, Zeb Coulter, whatever his name is, and went into the, he hit Dutch a lot harder than me. I just, you know, have a skinny neck. That's the only thing he said, that his pinky is bigger than my neck, which could be objectively true in some ways or another. You know, I haven't really done heavy shrugs. I looked at my dumbbells this morning. I said, oh, it's only, you know, it's only those Teeter 32 pound ones. I need to do some heavier shrugs. The insecure wrestler me was like, do I have a skinny neck? Because I looked in the mirror in the gym this morning and then I just kind of laughed about it. But man, what can you say? The timing is completely mystifying. And of course, like I said, he hit Dutch a lot harder than me. As a matter of fact, I'm going to help Rick out because I was really kind of.
But he brought up earlier where, like, I think the reason why Ric Flair started talking about them is because a lot of times they'll talk about what's going on in wrestling news. And obviously, a lot of times Ric Flair would shoot himself in the foot and have all these bad reports about him. Like the whole thing with the cameos and his falling out with his friends in the WWE. So they'll report about him, and obviously either Ric Flair watches these guys or he gets word from his people about it. So that's why Ric Flair is talking shit about him.
Hurt that he didn't put more thought into the insults for me. So I have a list of insults that can be much better for next time. First one is actually going to the neck thing. The first thing I thought of was, I'm a pencil neck geek, which made me laugh out loud. I'm a huge fan of when Freddie Blassie used to do that, which is kind of true because I am a geek, as everybody knows. So I take that as a compliment. But if you want to insult me, I would say your big square head, if you ever cut your hair, you would look like a human Lego. That's one thing right there. The next one is, your brother died of cancer, and I hope you do too. Well, no, that's for Ricochet when next time he tweets.
Oh, that's a good shot. I think they're taking it in stride. Like, honestly, I don't think Stevie Richards care what Flair's talks about them. The host cares a lot more than he does. I'm just wondering how Dutch is going to respond when he hears about this. What are you guys thinking?
Honestly, I'm so out of the loop of wrestling. I have no clue. This is all new to me.
Oh, what did you find did you watch the interview, this video when I sent to you?
I watched like the first 5 minutes of it, and then I had to go eat and take a shower and then get ready for the show. So this is all new to me.
It goes on. So let's go.
What's the other thing? The jobber thing is kind of played out. I really don't have much, but if you give me more time, Rick, I'll help you out with that. What say you, James?
I was thinking
Peanut shell.
I was
peanut shell.
Peanut shell. Yeah. We'll get to that. does cirrhosis of the liver cause some sort of swelling in the digits? Because I'm pretty sure that's the only way his little finger is going to get as close to the size of anyone's neck.
I have no idea, dude. I think it was just something that was somehow on his mind, or somebody maybe played one of the clips right before he went on there, or he was out there for WrestleMania weekend. Was he out there?
No.
And he caught wind of all that
No,
stuff.
that's the entire point. He wasn't out there, and that's going to be some of the other stuff that he complains about.
Oh, that's right. Now he recently went against WWE. So obviously I thought he'd be there for WrestleCon or the signing or anything like that. But this is something that, like, quite frankly, like I said, I went to bed, and then when I woke up for the gym, we were talking about it initially and what happened overnight. And I'm sure you'll get to that because it's been covered somehow. It must be a slow news day after WrestleMania and the WrestleMania Fallout and Raw. Somehow we're in the news around the circle of wrestling news sites.
Well, one thing he brought up about WrestleCon, usually when WWE goes to a city and do WrestleMania, there's a bunch of people or a bunch of companies, promoters, they'll come around the city they're coming in, and they'll pretty much leech. And leech in a good way because they're doing more for the wrestling fans out there. They'll have the WrestleCon, where the people who signed with AEW, maybe TNA, the indies can come in. They can sign a bunch of autographs and take photos with the fans, and they can interact with the fans, and they can make money. And honestly, and then they'll have all these other outside wrestling promotions around there that would do good profit off what the WWE's when they're around town. But now WWE's kind of like putting the screws lately to try to not have WrestleCon show up or all these other promotions because obviously TKO is greedy. I mean, look what they've tried to black out any of the bars or anything that would buy the WrestleMania PLE and promote it, and they were trying to black out Vegas, so you couldn't do that. Either you could watch at home and watch it on the PLE, or you had to be at the show. Instead of, hey, I'm going to go to the bar and watch it at the bar. So TKO is becoming more of pretty evil company.
Wrestling in general, it seems like with WWE has become just the draining shit. This is why I watch independent wrestling, like JCW. It's a lot better than fucking a lot of the shit you see nowadays.
I mean, I tried to watch JCW. I heard good things. I tried to watch a little TNA when it came on. Was it AMC? It was good.
Yeah,
it's
Thursdays.
Just yeah, but sometimes by then I'm kind of burned out for wrestling for the week. And
how much do you watch? That's the real question.
Not as much as I used to. I would watch Raw and I would watch Dynamite. Pretty much the two bigger shows. I won't watch SmackDown or Collision. Because I feel Collision, you don't need to really watch Collision because the more important match is going to be on Dynamite. But I would try to watch some of the AAA show because I think that's kind of interesting. But I'm more busy doing other things than really watching more of the WWE product. Like with SmackDown, I'll just watch the clips, and same thing kind of with Collision. But yeah, the TKO is pretty much like WWE's became so corporate it's kind of like what WCW became, where they were a corporate company just to be that produced wrestling. Now WWE is that too,
Well,
like
let's be fair, Casey. Turner owned more than just wrestling. They owned
oh yeah,
like they were they were like fuck. What is the word I'm looking for? Dave, help me out here. What's the word I'm looking for?
well
Fuck.
they had CNN, they had a bunch of cable networks. Turner had the Atlanta Braves. They had a lot of fingers in the pot, but like it's not just they had the WCW, but obviously their biggest things was like TNT and TBS, and I'm sure there was a couple other channels that were their main thing, like I said, CNN, but got sidetracked. But it's pretty much talking about how evil TKO is.
Well, think about it. They're going to be selling to the Saudis soon. So, what do you expect?
That's allegedly.
Have you seen their ring? The ring has Saudi. They have fucking Ram on their ring mats. They have all this type of shit. Hell, the green guy has his name on the WrestleMania fucking mat.
Oh yeah, because he paid quite a bit of money for that.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and continue with this.
Let's get to some of the quotes here. I get punks like effing Stevie Richards and Zeb Coulter, whatever his name is, Flair said, referring to Dutch Mantel. Flair went on to question, this is from Wrestling News Co, by the way, they did a really good write-up. Flair went on to question why Mantel, who worked as Zeb Coulter in WWE alongside Jack Swagger during the Real Americans run, feels qualified to speak on his career. A guy that has suffered serious health problems, not as serious as mine. I would keep my mouth shut, because if you don't have a legacy, you can't talk about a legacy. Do I continue or do we pull that one up?
Well, I mean, once again, I love the old school Carney wrestling one-upmanship that everybody does, even with illnesses. Ric Flair's illness is, hey, Shug, you're got the over illness, not the under illness like the Dutch Mantel. He really, I mean, Dutch and him have more of a history than us, so I can see why he's focusing on that, and I can't wait. I'm sure Dutch is going to react as well on the next story time. But
you know that Dutch.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Flair loves to just, throw his friends under the bus, like how he talked about Dutch Mantel. Like he acts like he doesn't know his name, or at least his wrestling name, and obviously threw Triple H under the bus, and same thing with Arn Anderson doesn't want to talk to him no more. So it's like, and then, yeah, like I said earlier, he said that WWE is the most insensitive company in the world because, pretty much they let him go or not letting Flair do whatever he wants to do. But, I mean, he just likes to burn scorch earth everywhere he goes.
Oh, it's all fucking dementia, dude.
Yeah, like me and AJ, we were talking about this before all this, and I was saying to him, it was like, I mean, at least when Hogan in the last few years, he seems like he was trying to turn a new leaf where he was trying to make amends with people, and it seems like he was actually trying to, do good. Like, yeah, obviously he, got ousted because the whole sex video, but he seems like he's trying to, make amends with everyone. Like he tried to make amends with Warrior. Allegedly, he made amends with Macho before he died. I mean, at least we have footage of him talking to the Ultimate Warrior, making amends. So you know he actually did that for real. Macho Man, they hated each other. They loved and hated each other many times back and forth. And then it's just, and then Hogan broke away from Brutus, but I was hearing that some of that was because Brutus was because of his wife, but it just seems like at least Hogan was trying to mend fences and try to better his life, while Flair just trying to, you know, throw everyone under the bus unless you help him out. So that's how I feel. Like, I mean, I would feel like if Flair shows up, I mean, they booed the shit out of Hogan. People were saying, even on the new documentary of Hogan on Netflix, they're saying, oh, it's because he was on Trump, he was promoting Trump. But I was like, and even Triple H and a bunch of guys on that documentary saying that it was because it was political, and then maybe had ties to back when he said racial slurs. But I feel at least Hogan were trying to make amends. Well, like I said, Flair just scorched earth.
No, you're right.
JCW
What's up, Cassandra?
greater than WWE and AEW. Suck it. And then
he's not wrong.
Hogan's death made Flair go downhill even more. See, the thing is, I think Flair would use anything as a crutch, honestly. Because, I mean, he was drinking like crazy beforehand. But, like, yeah, he cried when Hogan died. But how do I know that wasn't a play? How do we know that wasn't a work? Like, I'm sure there's some emotions, but sometimes people would like to, oh, I can use this to make me look better, or woe's me act. Like, so I hate to shit on Ric Flair like this, but I feel like he's more of an asshole. Like, if you even go through Ariel Wani's comments, we did earlier, they were saying this is why you don't see your heroes in real life. People like Ric Flair.
I
But-
mean, yeah, that statement's kind of true, but it's kind of not because, like, for example, my favorite hockey player, Darren McCarty, we've literally had him do a cameo for the show, literally. I'm
Yeah.
friends with him to this day, and literally we talk all the time. And they say, never meet your hero. He's my friend now. So it maybe for wrestlers, because they live on planet bullshit. They're all liars. They're all carnies, like Richard said. They're all a bunch of carnies.
Well,
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, a lot of that is the exception of the rule. I'm sure some people are real good people. Like, there's footage of Hogan. Like, one of the things I really like with Hogan is that there was this kid, I think he goes under as Roe Nose.
Oh, the
And-
little guy that does
Yeah.
the Hulk Hogan, the Hulkamania, that like he hulks up
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, I wonder
Yeah.
how he's feeling about Hogan's death, because
gosh.
he's known Hogan his whole life, pretty much.
Mhm. Like, when he showed up, like, I always thought that was cute when that kid came in and he would interact with Hogan. Like, that's nice things, but I just feel like Ric Flair just likes to just get drunk, and that's all he really cares. That and trying to waste as much money as he can and hook up with all the women he can.
Because his life has gone down the shitters.
I mean, how many?
He's a full-blown alcoholic.
Yeah.
He's like you said, he's burning bridges. Nobody wants to work with him. You kind of can't do that. You can't have this big fucking ego, of, oh, I'm Ric Flair, blah, blah, blah. Dude, you're not in the wrestling business anymore. You're not.
Look
Humble
this.
yourself.
This is his Wikipedia page. Hold on, it says years active from 1972 to present. He's retired. He's
got the AW contract, right?
Yeah, that's true. But he's not wrestling. He's making an appearance. But so right here you got 1, 2, 3, 4 women they divorced, and then partner Wendy Barlow. So he was in 4 marriages and a partnership. They decided it's kind of like, we're gonna be together, but I'll call you my partner, but I don't want to marry you. I don't want to get married again. But
he doesn't want more alimony to pay out.
No,
because they ain't got the money.
No, well, I mean, I'm sure he's not super rich. I'm sure he has maybe worth a couple million, but he's probably owes a lot of money. Like I'll bet you money that his son-in-law Conrad Thompson actually has more money than he does.
Well, yeah, he has podcasts. He has his own real estate agent. He's a realtor.
Yeah.
He tries to get people out of debt. I mean, he does all this stuff. I'm not trying to say like Conrad's like better than Ric Flair in like the sense because he's never been in the ring, but Conrad has a lot more going for him right now than Rick does.
I agree. I mean, but sadly, God, imagine Conrad is a giant Ric Flair fan, so it's amazing that he actually married one of his daughters.
Yeah, the ugly one.
The ugly one.
He couldn't get Charlotte because she was like, "Nah, I'm not into fat guys." So he gets the ugly one, and he's like, "Yeah, this will work as long as I have the Flair name. This will work."
But oh god, it's like he was trying to get into his graces with Flair, but I'm sure now he's like, a lot of times I'm sure he gets embarrassed sometimes what Rick would do. Like, I mean, it's just amazing how, like, you figure with the stories and the life that Flair has done, you figure he would have the best podcast where you could like tell all these awesome stories that are real and truthful instead of he just shows up. He has to have people like Conrad or even Mark Madden was one of his hosts, and they would pretty much set up all the questions and more particularly so he could actually do a comment on something from the question. Because if you don't, he would say, "Oh, John Cena's a good wrestler." Like a generic question, generic answer. I mean,
Conrad has a lot of stuff, man.
Well,
because doesn't he have he has the original Big Gold, and he has a whole bunch of WCW memorabilia and a lot of Ric Flair stuff. Because If I remember
Mhm.
prior to like, what was it? I think he was still doing stuff with Bischoff. He had the
Yeah.
one of the original WCW Monday Nitro signs, the ones that were either A from the announce table or from the stage.
Well, that's amazing because I know he has that ECW poster in the background. That
Oh, you mean the
as
one that's
tiny.
from the whatchamacallit, from the ECW arena?
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
looks like. So, I mean, he's a giant wrestling mark for sure. But let's go ahead and continue.
It was Dutch and Ric Flair shared a locker room when Bruiser Brody died, got stabbed in Puerto Rico.
Oh, I didn't know Flair was there. I knew Dutch was there, obviously. He was booking, correct?
I think it's Dutch didn't know Flair was there. In fact, nobody in that locker room knew that Flair was there. But Flair claimed he was there. Why? Nobody knows. On an RF
So he
video
wasn't.
show.
Was he there or not?
No, he just lied that he was. He just had to insert himself. I was there the night Bruiser Brody was stabbed. Why would anyone make that up? And someone said, well, no, you're 1,000 miles away on this night. It's like Billy Jack Haynes style. I saw the Boys on the Tracks murders when records showed that he was in LA and not Alabama or wherever he was.
Oh, those are those are minute details of location and thousands of miles away. But why would you do that? I know for a fact I'm not with Dutch, but Tony Atlas or anybody that speaks about it. It was a very traumatic experience. Why would you even want to be anywhere near that when it happened? Or even, like you say I was there as well.
Hey, you got to be the center of attention.
But the legacy. Let me talk about the legacy real quick. The legacy stuff in pro wrestling. This is probably the biggest criticism that Flair or anybody that takes Flair's side with this. And by the way, don't take side. It's whatever it is. You can take his side, whatever. He's one of the greatest to ever do it. We actually have a clip where I talked about the match I had with him in Philadelphia, went into great detail, and also talked about the honor and privilege and how excited I was to work Rick, and definitely one of the people that are one of the top safest wrestlers to ever be in the ring with. So I think what happens too with people like Flair and everybody in this carny type of era of wrestling, they almost short circuit, because how can you talk about how I was one of the greatest performers in the ring and then talk about how I'm an absolute mess outside the ring at the same time? It's such a binary type of opinion-based thing. I can only think or feel one way, and I have to stick to that. Very tribalistic, right? So, but the legacy thing is always going to be something that everybody can always say, well, this person's better, and you are marginalized compared to this person, no matter what. And nothing has come easy for me, nor I guess Dutch in his wrestling career. And I'm very happy to say now there's a way to actually express ourselves without being handcuffed, give our real opinions, thoughts, and even timeline, verifiable facts on certain incidents that Flair, and I wasn't at the Bruiser Brody stab, and I can openly and honestly say that.
I'm surprised Ric
I
Flair
think I was in
didn't
the business then.
I think Ric Flair would claim that he was the knife. I was the knife that day, just to be somewhere in the center of attention to make things up. Quote, he being Dutch Mantel, and Stevie Richards and that little jack off.
That's you.
God, I call him the peanut.
I love that. His Stevie Richards reaction. He's talking about you. God, Stevie is fucking hilarious, man. Like, I can understand if Flair's not happy for them reporting on them, but I'm like, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, man. Like, it's like you do something like, and you're a celebrity, like, it's like you have every right. I mean, those guys have every right to criticize you. Like,
yeah.
Like, Flair feels like he should be untouchable because he's the multi-time world champion in the Hall of Fame multiple times, and he feels like he should be unstoppable.
That's stupid. Like, honestly, if I was a famous professional wrestler, I literally would be the humblest guy there is. Like, honestly, you're buying tickets to come see me wrestle, doing a art that is predetermined, that's not really real. I mean, and you're believing the bullshit. So, I mean, hey, whatever floats his boat. I mean, but you just need to knock yourself down there, and
I'm not gonna lie. I'm dealing with a nasty chest cold right now, so like I'm
Mhm.
having a little bit of coughing fits. So, can you do me a favor? And I'm gonna
Yeah.
let this run if you want to commentate what you're hearing real quick.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Shell. I googled that to see if that's ever been an insult, and nothing came up. He just made it in his Swiss cheese pickle brain. He came up with something that made no sense to anyone, but in his fevered imagination.
You know what's
and
funny about that too? I said, "Oh, now is that
It's
where
called dementia.
the name they used to call Teddy Long when he was the manager of Doom in WCW was Peanut Head?" And then I said, "Oh, maybe Flair came up with that if he was booking." And then we discovered that due to from a Teddy Long shoot interview, they had another name for Teddy Long besides that.
He did. Anyway, apparently I'm the guy that does the interviews for Zeb. Why he's calling Dutch Zeb, I've no idea. Anyway.
Which is weird because he knows Dutch from decades of being Dutch Mantell before he even got the WWE Zeb culture, correct?
Yes. Dutch wrestled Ric Flair for the NWA World title in Florida.
Oh, wow.
No. Ric Flair wrestled Dutch. Dutch cannot wrestle, and Dutch does not have a legacy.
No, that's true. Okay, here's the quote. Now, this entire quote here is actually from a completely different Dutch Mantell video, right? That he is now trying to turn on like somehow he heard it, like from the horse's mouth. He's just copying verbatim a story that Dutch has told elsewhere that had nothing to do with Flair.
So he's a friend of the show.
Yeah,
He's a
clearly
friend
he
of
is.
the
Must
show.
subscribe. Anyway, Marietta, Georgia, and Lex Luger used to always speak of himself in the third person, Flair said. He looks like Jack Mulligan, who was the agent, and goes, why would a Lex Luger wrestle what's his real name again? Dutch Mantell. Yeah, that's Dutch's real name, is Dutch Mantell. Okay, now I understand why Luger said it. Who in the F is Dutch Mantell to help fuzz off? Who has serious health problems that should mind his own business? Flair closed the Richard portion of the rant with a physical comparison. As you said, my little finger is bigger than his neck. Flair was pressed on whether the online commentary gets to him. He said, it does not. And it was framed.
I'm trying. Oh, my goodness. I got to do the Pat McAfee Vince shrug. Randy Orton.
Here's the quote. How could it bother me? Who are they? I just talked to Donald Trump on the phone myself. Do I give a S about those guys? They don't even have Donald's number.
Not exactly the thing you should be bragging about at this particular point in history, I would feel like.
Flair then listed the people he has direct access to. I can call Charles Barkley. I can call Shaq. I can call Mark Wahlberg. I can call anybody because I've earned their respect. Darius Rucker, Kid Rock, Snoop Dogg. I have all their numbers right here on speed dial, like it's a landline. Guess what? Everybody's got the contacts on the phone, you blithering idiot. I'm
not gonna lie, I do like this UK guy where he's just running him down. Like, it's hilarious, but like, it's just gotta love it when Ric Flair knows these. I mean, maybe not this guy's name, but he knows who Stevie Richards is and Dutch Mantell, especially Dutch, because he worked with Dutch, and apparently I didn't know he defended the NWA belt against him. So you figure, hey, I've defended it against him. I wouldn't know, but honestly, Flair would say, like, who are these guys? And like, like Trish pretty much likes to belittles other people. So it's just sad. I hate seeing what Flair's become. It feels like every time any new report of him, I just lose a little bit more and more respect for him. I mean, I'm wondering if the Soul Monster talks about this because, I mean, I know he'll watch Ariel Wandy, but like, so I'm gonna be kind of curious to get if Soul Monster talks about it or JD. I'd like to see their reactions to that. But
Well, I don't think he'll do it because it doesn't make him money.
what?
You know how you're just saying that you're on to see if JD's going to talk about it?
Yeah.
JD isn't going to talk about it because it's not going to make him money.
Oh, I think he'll probably talk about it because, I mean, obviously there's a lot of people talking about this Ric Flair situation right now because he's stirring up more bullshit. So I think it's possible.
Yeah,
But
I mean, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that I think it's possible, but it's also possible that he probably wouldn't talk about it. I'm just hoping they will, and I'd like to hear their opinions, you know?
Yeah.
But we'll play a little bit more.
Only way they make a dime, and I'm sure it's a minimal amount of money, is by cracking on people that
But by the way, he just buried himself saying he can't draw if we talk about him, right?
Well, here's the thing, right? We make pretty good money at what we do. And the reason why Ric Flair doesn't think you can make any money at YouTube is because he was a failure twice over. He had podcasts, 3 times he had podcasts, and they were all failures because he was useless and drunk on them all and had terrible stories that he couldn't get out because he couldn't remember anything. And the reason he couldn't remember anything is probably why he thinks Dutch Mantel is Zeb Coulter's real name or whatever.
Well, I was going to say, at least this interview went better. He's improved.
This is amazing. Anyway, cracking on people that are successful. And the older you get, the more successful you stay. The more relevant you stay, the more jealous they get.
Okay. The name dropping thing is just hilarious. The name dropping thing, as a matter of fact, give everybody a preview. We have episode 94 coming out later this afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern time here in the States. And we like to play around with the lower thirds, little Easter eggs here and there. And if you haven't caught it, catch the beginning of full episodes. My lower third this week is can call Maven Huffman on the phone. James's lower third, you, Peanut Shell, is recently featured on the MMA Hour. So we try to have a little bit of fun and be objective about this stuff. But man, how is it that Rick, by the way, there's a shelf life on everything, Rick, on everybody, on this show, everything. We're just trying to work as hard to make that shelf life longer and provide value and entertainment for our audience. But to say you become more relevant as time goes on. This business, as Cena said famously, and he's right, they'll forget about Cena 3 weeks later. They didn't remember him until WrestleMania when he came out to host, and guess what? 3 to 4 weeks later, they'll probably forget not because Cena's not great and not because you're not great, because the business and life and everything moves so fast that people tend to say, what's new? What's now? Yes, that's great, but what have you done for me lately? That's just the way the world works.
Oh, and Steve's correct. I mean, I think Stevie's on point what he's talking about. Like, you don't become more relevant. Like, I think he's Flair's less. He's more irrelevant the longer he goes because he just keeps losing more and more respect from people. I mean, he's pretty much becoming a cancer
Relic?
of he is relic. I mean,
Well, I
instead
mean,
of
so is a lot of these old wrestlers that have podcasts. Like, hell, for example, Stevie Richards. Dude, he's irrelevant. He hasn't been fucking relevant since, like, 2001.
Mhm. Well, I mean,
Seriously.
in the wrestling side, yeah, sure, but like some of these people, like I would say, people like Stevie and Maven has found a new life because obviously they're podcasters now. I mean, I think Maven's doing a great job, and
Right.
I think Stevie's doing a great job. Uh,
Uh-huh.
I've been enjoying his content,
Okay.
and because he didn't have the best of career. I mean, he's still like, dude. Stevie went through ECW, then WCW, and the WWF to TNA. So he had a noteworthy career. Was he? I don't even think he ever held the ECW belt,
No.
but but
Okay, so any really claim to fame, if you really want to think about it, yet they really stole it from WCW, if you really think about it, was the Blue World Order, which was a ripoff of NWO.
oh yeah,
I
but
mean, and then him being what in Right to Censor in WWF, and then being Dr. Stevie in TNA, and what was his gimmick in ECW?
well in ECW obviously he had the BWO,
Right.
uh, but
Wasn't he
they were
something
doing.
else?
Oh, they were doing a bunch of different gimmicks. They were like, you know, imitating other stuff. Like I think they were doing Kiss at one point. So they just happened to stumble on BWO because honestly NWO was uh, relevant at the time. So they
Yeah,
did a parody of it, and it just
right.
sat on
I mean, hell,
fire.
the NWO is still relevant to this day. And
Oh,
honestly, everybody has a podcast. We have a podcast. We're on a
yeah,
podcast right now. We're on a live
yeah.
podcast. So does that make us famous and relevant? No.
Mm.
We're two
Oh,
schmucks on YouTube.
yeah, I agree. I mean, I wish we would make it one day, but obviously there's just too many shows out there to compete,
Yeah.
unless you have to find that one little niche that or something about you that uh makes you super special over the other people. Or you have to be like one of the original people who's doing this for the longest time from the beginning that you still at it, and like the angry video game nerd where I mean he's been doing it pretty much from the beginning, and he's
Yeah.
well known because of that. He's like the grandfather of video games on YouTube.
Yeah, that's like
So
him and what else? Nostalgia Critic and
yeah.
like Buggy, Keemstar. Look at I mean it, all these guys that have literally since the dawn of YouTube, I can understand that. That's their profession. They've never
Mhm.
worked outside of YouTube. But like the wrestlers nowadays, and
Yeah.
Stevie makes it correct about being irrelevant and being relevant in wrestling.
Mhm.
Okay. Look at the wrestlers in the 90s and 2000s compared to the wrestlers today. Yes, there are still wrestlers from the 90s and 2000s that are relevant, like Stone Cold. He still draws. When was the last time Austin wrestled? 2003. That was it.
Uh,
Let's see here. Macho Man. He's been dead for how long? He's still relevant. Why? Because the Slim Jim ads, Macho Madness. His
mhm.
iconic voice. Um, Hogan, Hulkamania. Everybody knows that. Still irrelevant or still relevant. Ric
Yeah,
Flair is
and
still
like,
relevant because of the
yeah,
Woo.
yeah, but the problem is Flair's pretty much tarnishing his legacy. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, yeah.
I swear, the older he gets, the worse it gets. Because,
Well,
I
yeah.
mean, like, he's definitely becoming more of a villain the older he gets. I mean, he's definitely
Well,
not,
he's
like,
always been a
trying.
heel.
Yeah, but you want to always try to be like, play as a heel, but try to be a good person in real life. But Flair's, he never wants to turn it off. He always want to be the actual nature boy.
That's the
But
problem. You can't remove the art from the person. He wants to live the gimmick. When in Rick's mind, when you clock out of WWE or AEW or WCW or TNA, NWA, whatever, you're done. You're irrelevant. Go fuck home. Go be Grandpa Flair. Go fucking sit in the retirement community and fucking relax. You've had your spotlight. It's over and done with.
oh, let's see. Give me 2 seconds. Let's go to back to his Wikipedia. So he has done so much turmoil, so much
Tarnish.
bullshit that Wikipedia even has a real life
Oh
feuds
wow.
and backstage problems, like where you have Hall of Fame Teddy Long claims Ric Flair was racist to him in
You
the
sure want to say
early.
that statement? You go ahead.
Oh no! I see it. No! Oh my
No,
god!
Tex was here. He'd be proud to say that.
Oh no! And they highlight it in blue too. No!
Yeah.
My god! I mean, why? Why? And then they showed about Bret Hart. I mean, I think they have. Oh, right here it
Minor
says.
leagues? Minor leagues? I'm sorry to say that, but WCW is not the minor leagues. That's so fucking stupid. Go ahead.
But right here is like, yeah. Oh, right there as WCW as the minor leagues. Oh, I see that
Yeah.
now. But I mean, I was looking down. It says, however, they recently they became friends now. So like that's one thing. Like that's good if they can mend fences. But then, granted, yeah, with Bret Hart, I mean, he can be pretty brutal as too. Same thing with Shane Douglas. Shane Douglas could be a dick. So, I mean,
I wouldn't
even
know. I
look
just seen these people on TV. I don't know them like the other wrestlers do.
True, good point. And then his beef with Mick Foley because the whole thing, Ric Flair got upset because Foley said Ric Flair was every bit as bad on the booking side as of things as he was great on the wrestling side of it. So he was pretty much calling him a bad booker. And
Well, if you
then
keep reading right there, Casey, Flair was booking Foley in WCW and made him look bad. So that's what it says right here in the next line. If you read that,
yeah, and
care to read it?
Yeah, this was in reference to how poorly Foley was booked during his WCW career when Flair was on the booking committee.
There you go.
So I'm like, and then Flair turned around and because he saw that, he was saying that he was a glorified stuntman in his book. So it was just tit for tat.
Aren't they all though?
Yeah. And then his on and off beef with Hulk Hogan. Apparently, I didn't know that he had a beef with Bruno Sammartino.
No, and Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
He threatened
Becky.
legal action against Becky Lynch in WWE for filing the trademark of the man. I'm sorry to say that, but Rick, you can't copyright that. Yours is to be the man, you have to beat the man. Hers is the man. There's totally difference. And you're the nature boy, not fucking the man.
The man. Yeah, he said I guess he had it copyrighted, but I don't know if you could do that.
No, I don't think so.
That's such a generic name that you can't really copyright that. I mean, I know that Danhausen copyrighted his makeup. I mean, that's one thing. Honestly, he doesn't want people steal his makeup because obviously,
and that's like AJ Styles, dude. Think about it this way: AJ Styles has been in WCW, TNA, New Japan, WWE. He's never let any of those companies have the rights to his name, and that's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
And so Danhausen, his makeup is so iconic.
Yeah,
it is. Even though he's still new to the pro wrestling scene, because he's only been in WWE for what, 2 months now? Not even a month.
Yeah. I would say
okay,
give or take 2 months.
The indie scenes, he's been on the indie scene for about 10 years. So, give or take, I mean, some people say it's not iconic, but I think his makeup's cool, so I can see it. Why?
Well, I think it's things Sting, you had the NWO Sting who continued to use his makeup. Even though, and Sting didn't, when Darby Allin copyrighted, not Darby Allin, Danhausen copyrighted his makeup. Sting was like, you can do that? I'm like, yeah. Because he was, what Danhausen said is that he was seeing someone was doing artwork of a character that was getting close to his art, to his makeup. He's like, I better protect myself, and it's smart because I'm sure he's making a buttload of money from the merch, and he has to license that out to WWE because he owns that likeness.
Yeah, that's true. And if you think about it, all his pro wrestling T-shirts are gone.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because I mean WWE is gonna want that money. It makes sense once you sign with WWE, and a lot of that stuff goes bye-bye. And when I was trying to figure out about Danhausen's cameo price, I was that's when I was looking around, and it's I figured once he signs, it's his cameo is gonna skyrocket. Then it didn't skyrocket too much because I think it was $125 for Danhausen. But
I'm shocked he got it.
Well, originally I think I paid only $50 at that time for it.
No. I'm not talking about the cameo. I'm shocked that WWE allows it because once you're under the strengths of WWE, you're pretty much under their control, and they tell you what to do and everything.
Well, WWE gets a cut out of that.
Okay.
Anything like that, especially if you, even though Danhausen is not only his gimmick, it's his like everything is pretty much his, but obviously licenses it to the WWE. So, but WWE is gonna get a slice of that pie. You know,
Yeah.
they're gonna. So stuff like that, they'll let them do it, but obviously they're gonna jack up the price, and WWE's gonna get a huge chunk of that. That's
Oh
why a
yeah,
lot.
definitely.
That's why a lot of times these WWE cameos like outrageous. Well, but when they're on the indies, they lowered them down. Like right now, like Jonathan Coachman's like $70
Yeah,
for.
because he's in JCW right now.
Is he?
Yeah, dude. Dolph Ziggler, now known as Nick Nemeth, he's in
Yeah.
JCW. So is Cowboy James Storm. So is Mr. Anderson. Dude, there's so many fucking people you wouldn't think of who's in JCW right now. Fucking Vince Russo fucking is in there. Big Vito.
Oh yeah.
Fucking,
Well,
dude, it's crazy.
I
Cocaine.
mean,
Your Luigi, that Luigi guy, he's in
Yeah.
JCW. Yeah, he's full time.
oh really? Wow.
Yeah, dude, he has a JCW shirt. Hold on, let me go look it up on Psychopathic Vault. I'll send you the shirt.
Because I mean, God, I think what was it? God, what is his name? Luigi.
Luigi Primo.
Yeah, Luigi Primo. Yes. Because like I seen them on the Indies, and then AEW hired him for a gimmick for the night. So I was like, I thought it'd be kind of funny to have a cameo from him too. You know?
I mean, hell, Kerry Morton's on JCW now,
Mm.
and Willie Mack.
Yeah, it sounds good because I mean, gosh, I mean,
Vampiro's on fucking there, dude.
see, that's the thing. He used to be with AAA, but I guess when WWE bought him, I guess he left.
I guess. Oh, here it is, right here. His shirt sold the fuck out, dude. You can't even get it right now.
Oh wow. Well,
Here, I'm gonna send it to you, and you can post.
where are you gonna send it, on X or where? AJ. I think I lost him. Yeah, I think I
Want me to
lost
put that
AJ.
on your X? Did you want me to put that on your X account?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, send it because it'll be easier to me that way.
Check
There
your
we go.
account.
I see it. Give me 2 seconds. All right. Let me bring that up. That's cool. JCW Luigi Primo shirt. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it goes all up to a 5X shirt, dude. They have everybody.
Huh. Maybe I need to check them out. I mean, that's awesome.
Just go on Psychopathic Records YouTube channel. That's where you can see JCW Lunacy every single Wednesday, or no, every single Thursday. I think it's 8 o'clock Eastern, so it'd be 7 your time is when Lunacy starts.
I have to check that out.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm thinking? I'm getting a little tired, and I am trying to get over being sick.
Yeah.
So, it was fun. That's
Yeah.
That's the only reason I like doing it on Saturdays, because I'll be less tired. Like it's 9 o'clock
Yeah.
my time, but it's because I worked today and it was just long week. Like I
Mhm.
said before, I was having car issues. I had to change out my alternator last night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I
Wait,
was
you
having
actually did it yourself?
95%. I did on myself. I
Oh,
removed it,
okay.
and there was one part I couldn't do it because my fat hands couldn't reach in and able to turn it. So I needed someone with smaller hands to get one bolt in. But
Yeah.
once he got it in, I was able to get back in there and finish it up. But uh, what sucks is that I had it all together, and
Mhm.
I realized one of the cables got tucked over. I was like,
Yeah.
and I was literally about to wrap up on it,
Mhm.
and I had to tear it right back out just to pull the wire over. I was
Yeah.
like,
That's why you got to
"Fuck."
be careful about cars, man. You can't just, oh, I'm gonna put this piece on and fucking bolt it up and bam, it's good. No, you got to make sure shit's fucking working functionally and making sure everything's back in its correct order, or
Yeah.
it's gonna fuck up.
Well, I mean, usually if I can tear something apart, I can usually put it back together. So, but luckily my alternator was just right there.
Does it sit on right on top, right?
Well, mine was just to the left,
Okay.
but it was just tucked in there pretty good. So it was kind of
Okay.
hard. Like I had to use kind of like wrenches. Like I had to use some small wrenches to get in there. I had to move some pipes out of the way. It's just it was a pain, but everything was working. I thought it was just the battery because
Yeah.
I bought the battery and it was corroded and
Okay.
it died.
Let me
But
ask you this though. Um, did you by chance get a new battery?
yeah,
Okay.
I got actually I was able to exchange the battery
Okay.
and they were still getting a sensor going off saying the battery something with the connections. So
Okay.
I went by 2 days doing okay, and then it started dying. So I was like, well,
Mm.
it's got to be the alternator, and
Yeah, because if it's
luck,
not recharging that battery,
yeah.
it's the alternator.
So luckily, I was able to order the alternator through my job, and so I don't have to pay immediately. I'll make payments. So I was
That's
able
always
to
good.
tear it out. I was
Yeah.
able to tear it out during lunch and install it after work.
Yeah.
So
That's probably the easiest way to do it. Plus, like you said, you're on a payment plan, so you
yeah,
don't have to really be like, oh, here's I don't know, $100 for an alternator, and
it
when
was
you're only
almost
paying like 20, how much?
$200.
Oh wow, okay. Well, I was just spitballing at
Yeah,
prices,
I
but
thought I was just
what?
glad that I was able to get it done because I was like I was kept on breaking down all over town. So I was like, this week's been sucky, but
Oh, believe me, I've been same here, dude. I've been without a car for like 3 or 4 days now, and then because mine was way more than that, it was just so
oh
my
shit,
car ended up in reverse, and it would
oh,
not drive, so I had to throw the fucking emergency handle uh, e-brake on and have that
mm,
bitch towed to the local mechanic shop because the fucking cable snapped from the fucking transmission for
holy
the
shit.
switch. Yeah, so I know how it is, and I had to
Well,
get rides from other people because my car is in the shop. So, and I there you go.
yeah. Luckily, I had a couple people help me to charge my battery up. Like literally, there was one day during this week. I borrowed the charger from work and charging
Yeah.
the battery inside the apartment overnight. So
Hmm.
I was like, when I was having a little problem installing the alternator, I was like, a couple of guys were helping me out a little bit, and I was like,
Hmm.
what about what happens if it starts raining or it gets late? It's like, are you gonna be calling one of us or like you be here all night? It's like, fuck that. I was like, I'd rather leave the car here and go have an Uber take me or have ask for a ride home because I was like, I'll just deal with it another night. But
No, I don't blame you,
luckily,
man.
luckily it got done. But it was just crazy week, and I just cannot wait just to lay down and sleep and enjoy the
Lucky
weekend.
you. I have to work all weekend, so yay. It's okay. Thursday and Friday will be coming around the corner, so we'll be alright.
Well, let's go ahead and call on. Like I said, it's just like I'm just getting sick and I'm a little tired. So, uh, hopefully, you guys enjoyed the show. So it was fun. Had a lot of people come by. So I definitely want to thank Tex, Kratos, Devious Dave Rose, and AJ Raiders coming on tonight. So sorry if we were kind of derailed a little bit here and there, but hey, it happens. So didn't go the way I wanted to, but it happens. So I do appreciate you guys coming by, and you guys have a good night. Thank you, Federico, for saying that. I appreciate that, and let's go ahead and get the hell out of here. So see you guys next time.
Later.
See you guys.